So you chop off the tops
Yeah.
and the ends. That's about it, right?
Yeah, that's
Cool.
about it.
Right on. I like it.
Unless there's something egregious in the middle, and then it. No, that's definitely going in.
That's staying in.
That's the cold opening. Welcome, Daniel. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
This is what we in the world of YouTube call a good get. I feel like you're a good get for a guest.
Nice. I'm going to be doing a lot of that, looking straight into the camera.
Good, yeah.
Excellent.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yes.
I was trying to think if there were more walls in this scenario, but I guess it's still just the fourth one.
There's as many as we want, really, Josh.
That's true. And we're going to see if we can't add another brick in the wall.
I like
while
it.
You're here.
Nicely done, sir.
Yeah, thank
Yes. Excellent.
Did you prepare for us some biographical facts so that we can get to know you?
In a way, kind of. Yes.
In the sense that you're just now thinking of them?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Good.
You want me to go into them?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, I'm not just now thinking of them. I thought of them in my car.
Right.
On the way over here. First one is, I never do my homework.
Good. You're like the story from the Harry Potter where the director was like, okay, I want you to prepare like an essay on your character or whatever. And the guy who was Ronald Weasley didn't do it. He's like, because Ron Weasley wouldn't have done it.
Nice. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Yes.
Smart.
That's me. But I still get A+ on all my homework, so
Yeah.
we're good.
Good.
We're good.
It's a good lesson for the kids out there.
Hear that, kids? Never do your homework.
You'll still succeed.
It always works out fine. Number 2, let's see. I always ask ChatGPT to help me with my homework, to give me insights about myself.
Good.
So that's the other one.
That's a good one.
And the other one, let's see. It was an insight from ChatGPT, and that is that apparently I have a philosophy of 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
So I guess it's just now down to like deciding which of the two.
Right. I know. It's a
Aren't
real
bad.
conundrum. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've really kind of put us in a loop here. A thought loop, as no one calls it.
Yeah, the dragon eating its own tail. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
As no one calls it. Yeah, right on.
Well, may I add that you are a very creative person.
Oh, thanks. You wouldn't know it from that lineup of jokes right there.
Well, you're not creative like, you're not out trying to be a comedian.
Right. Well, right.
After this episode, maybe you'll rethink that.
Yeah, I think I will. I'm rethinking it now. Let's do over. Time out. Cut.
God. That'll be like a webisode
There you go. I like it.
or behind the scenes kind of thing.
We can edit it for timing.
Yeah,
Timing.
post. We'll take care of it in post.
Take care of it in post.
Yeah, exactly.
That's never hurt anyone.
It seems like, so you have brothers, is that right?
4 brothers?
4 brothers.
Yep.
And I know at least one of them is also pretty creative.
Yeah, yeah. We both fancy ourselves comedians, apparently, but Matt writes a lot of books. Matthew Doggett, you can find his books on Amazon. Stuart's also very creative. He's very musically inclined, likes to write as well. Josh is a visual artist. He likes to do sculpting and painting, that sort of thing. Drew is a tremendously tremendous. He was a great. He used to do music a lot. Now he doesn't do so much music, but he's a great musician. A lot of creative thinking regarding like marketing ideas, that sort of thing. But he's in marketing now, so yeah. I guess we're all sort of.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Were your parents, or are your parents creative?
Yeah, they were. They are creative. They like creative products. They like consuming art and having emotional experiences with art. My dad's an electrical engineer, retired, so he wasn't in the artistic field, but he, I think some of my favorite like films he showed me growing up or recommended growing up. And same with my mom, just a lot of good books. She got me into reading, reading to me as a kid. She raised us for sure, in the sense of like, here's this, look at this picture, look at this image. I don't know. She did a lot for me in terms of my literary proclivities and my consumption of literature. So, yeah.
I think just pointing things out to your kids. I try to do that with my kids. Like, okay, here, not just like, here's a movie we're going to watch, or look, I'm reading this book, but like, why is this movie thought so well? Putting it in context.
Yep.
I think my older son has really begun to develop a very wide-ranging musical taste, and it's music that surprises me that he even knows.
Mm-hmm.
Just random stuff from the 70s and 80s. It's from all decades.
Yeah, that is impressive.
And I really like that he has been receptive to those moments when I've tried to put a certain song or a certain album or artist in context. Like, yes, this is a great song, but here is kind of what was happening in the music business. He's recently really started getting into Nirvana.
Wow.
And I've tried to explain to him like what a complete game changer their appearance on the scene was. And I mean, he likes all the, well, not all of them, but he'll like throw Living on a Prayer in there too. And like,
wow,
trying to explain to him like, okay, all of those power ballads, like they came to a screeching halt when Nirvana showed up. And
the grunge, they ushered in the grunge movement.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. And I've really enjoyed as a parent being able to kind of present the context for that kind of thing so that there's a deeper appreciation. And I appreciate that he's been receptive. And it seems like you and your brothers on some level were all very receptive to that too.
Yeah, I mean, some of my best memories were watching films together, like, around a TV and, popcorn. It was a family event.
Yeah.
And just seeing your parents being open to being moved emotionally
Yes.
at certain films was like, yeah, these are powerful. I'm not the only one who's moved by this.
Mm-hmm.
And stories also teach us about ourselves and teach us about the world. They're almost always, whether they're saying it explicitly in a message or just illustrating it through a character or an event or something, it can kind of open your mind to the world and the different sort of experiences that people have. And just watching my parents react to films and to music was eye-opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the last film that you were moved by or had an emotional experience with, or however you want to say it?
I would say The Order.
The Order,
Mm-hmm.
the Jude Law. We talked about that one, right?
We did talk about it at work a little bit. Yeah. And Jude Law and Jurnee Smollett and Nick Holt, I want to say. But there's just, it has some like Western motifs, kind of interesting. But it's also kind of like a buddy cop or detective movie. It is like cops and robbers, but there's just some really gut-wrenching losses in that film. And it was just very, very moving to see the performances of everyone and how well it was written. There are scenes without any dialogue. And it's just the actors acting. There was a film that was written with scenes not working unless an actor conveyed it appropriately. So I thought that was pretty powerful. And I'm nervous to watch it again because it's just so, there's certain moments where it's just so emotionally devastating.
Yeah.
That was a good one to me. What about you?
I actually watched, just last night, I rewatched Dangerous Liaisons from ages ago.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast recently and they mentioned that, and I'm like, I'm going to check back in on that one.
Right on. God's
And the very last scene is Glenn Close, like all these things that she's trying to pull off just to kind of distract herself, and all the ways that she's sort of sowing chaos into people's lives just as a way of, she's bored and she just wants to entertain herself. And the very last scene, she's come back from the opera where people just booed her when she appeared in society.
Yeah.
And she's sitting down at like her makeup table, and she's just taking all this white makeup off. And it's a close-up, and it's just her. It's just her.
Yeah.
And there's no she's not saying anything. It's just the process of her kind of wiping away this facade, and what's left underneath is this person that's obviously hurting very deeply.
Right. Yep.
And I mean, Glenn Close is pretty amazing, and it was very powerful.
Amazing. I'll have to revisit that.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah. Cool. Wonderful. And that speaks so much to, whether we're Glenn Close in Dangerous Liaisons level person or not, we all can at least relate to that, having a facade to a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Daniel, we have arrived at the part in the episode where you choose your question. I know, it's a big responsibility.
All right.
So I'd like to be the one to read it to you if you'll just select it and then...
Okay. It's kind of like I'm not choosing my question, though.
Yeah. You're not choosing a lot more questions than you are choosing.
Right. There you go.
All right, that's the one.
That's the one. I like this box. Did you
Thanks.
steal that from your children?
No, I actually purchased that in the store. There was no theft involved.
No theft of cool little Lego boxes.
All right, so I wrote 53 questions.
Okay.
This is number 32.
What?
Not that it matters. I
Okay,
just like
interesting.
noting that.
Yeah.
How important to you is having a good work ethic?
Well, as you'll note from the first of my 3 points about myself, it's really not important at all, folks. No, I'm joking. I think it's really important. How important is a good work ethic? I think, to give you like an actual example about like who I am and not a BS answer about the homework that you gave me, I am a firm believer in always learning, and learning takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's not like work that is painful or a negative connotation to that work. It's something I enjoy doing. And even with my job, I enjoy my job quite a bit. So I'm always working to discover new tools. It's an industry where there's always new tools being developed. There are always new techniques being developed. And I couldn't even imagine a scenario where I'm uninterested in learning about these tools. And
just to say, you are how would you best describe? Like you're an audio, video.
Yeah. So for where we work, I'm the videographer for the agency.
Yeah.
Other people do videos too, and they're great. But I'm kind of like the go-to guy for maybe longer form stuff or things that need to look a little more polished, that sort of thing. And I've shot films before. I've shot promotionals. I've shot some commercials and in the freelance world. And that's what I like to do. I like to tell visual stories. And so there's always new tools coming out in that space. The technology is always evolving. Software is always evolving. The hardware is always evolving. And to me, you just have to, for me, I like doing the continuing education of learning what people are using, how they're using it, what are they doing, what kind of stories are they telling, when can you use that tool well, what scenario can you not use that tool well. And I think it comes across as work ethic, but for me, it's just intellectual curiosity about the different tools available for me to use to do my work.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's, for me, right off the bat, when you asked me that question, it was just like, work ethic, I think there's a lot of like loaded negative stuff, maybe from our childhoods about what work ethic is.
Yeah.
But for me, I am one of these lucky guys that really enjoys his job. And so it's just, I think it comes across as, it's an extension, work ethic is an extension of intellectual curiosity or just curiosity about new tools and techniques. And I think it's very, very important, at least in my life.
Yeah. You come across, to me at least, as someone with a very strong work ethic.
Okay.
I think even if I don't know that you're even trying to present that as part of who you are, but
Absolutely.
you're famous for trying to like project the best version of yourself and then being kind of a jerk behind the scenes.
And then sleeping under my desk like George Costanza.
That's right. Where's Daniel? I look under his desk. I don't know.
Last time I saw him, he was really flustered.
But you're, like, from an outsider looking at you, you seem to have a very strong work ethic.
Good.
Both at work and away from work.
Mm. Yeah, I like keeping busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I enjoy keeping busy my evenings. And work could be just reading a trade journal or a book.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always some sort of project going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. How much was the idea of work ethic a part of the way that you were raised?
It was a big part of it. My dad worked very hard to support us and my mom when we got old enough to kind of, go to school and kind of function on our own. My 3 little brothers and obviously my older brother achieved that status before any of us. But and then she went to work as well. And so you could just see that they were always working. They like to clean house despite our best efforts to make it look like a tornado went through the house at all times.
An army of boys.
Right, yes. Just like hanging off of the furniture, the rafters, hanging from the rafters. They work really hard. They've always worked really hard. I think my dad had to retire 3 times before it stuck. He hit 63 or 64, 65, and then it was just like, I'm gonna retire. Then went back, and then retired again. Then went back, and then retired for sure. I think we just, for me, our family, I think we just grew up like many. I mean, and we're not exceptions at all. Just like work's important.
Yeah.
Work is gonna help you get what you want from your life, and work is rewarding. Work can be very rewarding. You would always say, find joy in your work. I think that's Ecclesiastes, which is, as we all know,
God, please,
the best book.
Please stop quoting Ecclesiastes. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this? It's definitely one of the funniest names of a book in the Bible.
Totally. Pretty heavy too. All is striving after wind. Everything is futile. All is vanity. Yeah. But one of the conclusions that that philosopher came to, King Solomon or whatever, was like, and we grew up in a household that read the Bible and
Mm-hmm.
practiced Christianity, and my dad was like, he's kind of saying like, life is short. There's a lot of the stuff that you worry about doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, one thing you can do is find joy in your work, and me, I was 3 years old, and I was like, wow, that's heavy, Dad. No, I'm joking. I was much older before we got into philosophy. But it was kind of something that stuck with me. Finding joy in your work is a choice that you make.
Yeah.
That we each make. And it is a switch that you kind of have to consciously turn on and off. Sometimes we've all worked jobs that we don't like, because you got to pay bills, you got to get, you got to eat, you got to stay warm, etc.
Yeah.
But making the choice to find joy in it, even if you want your situation to change later, finding joy in whatever work you have to do, it probably makes you better at it and gets you through that work a little better too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that like for my parents, and not just my parents, I think their generation, the idea was that work ethic, it was tied to your religious beliefs, like the idea of a Protestant work ethic.
Right.
I'm not sure why Catholics
we all know Catholics are lazy.
Aren't thought to work hard.
Joking, folks. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the Protestant work ethic is literally a phrase used in culture.
Yeah.
Cultural settings. Yeah.
What's that about? Like, what's
question.
your take on that?
I have no idea.
How that got wrapped up?
I don't know. Maybe the westward expansion or manifest destiny, probably tied up in that work ethic.
Like sort of it's another word for like maybe an American work ethic. Possibly?
Maybe. I think American Christianity is very different from Christianity in other parts of the world. I don't know. We'll have to, maybe someone in your audience, leave a comment down below, folks. Where does the Protestant work ethic phrase come from?
My mom's the only one who watches these, so it's going to be her or nobody.
Mrs. Bauermeister, we need your assistance. Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. I really But I think you're right. I absolutely think you're right. I think
Yeah.
work ethic is a part of it. Not that it's not a part of other religious beliefs, religious cultures.
Right,
Ethnic,
exactly.
I think it's present in probably all human populations to a degree, but it probably is given a little more weight and a little more power when you tie it to someone's belief system, like a religion.
Hmm. What do you think? How do you think like the generations that are younger now? How do you think younger people think of work ethic in a way that might be different from how you think of it, or your parent? Like, how do you think this idea of having a strong Protestant or American work ethic will echo into the coming generations?
I don't know. That's a great question. I think we're all screwed. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. That's probably a better question for you because I don't have children. You have kids. Do you see any? What do you? I mean,
I don't know that they're really.
it's really your fault if they don't have a work ethic.
Yeah, that's true. I was trying to get this around to the point where I could start feeling guilty about something.
Right.
I haven't had anything today to feel guilty about. And so.
Hey, give me a list here. Let me take your pen here. No, I'm kidding.
I like this.
Yes, no one. I've never done that in my life.
Yeah, that's good comedy.
Wet
right
the
there.
graphite. Yeah.
I don't know that my kids are old enough to really. I mean, they work hard in school. They get their work done.
Good.
I don't know that I've ever said the words work ethic to them, but I do know that I've emphasized the idea that working hard sometimes will is maybe better than being smart. I think I said this on one of the other an earlier video. Like, I try not to congratulate my kids on how smart they are, as opposed to congratulating them on how hard they worked on something.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe more of a, cause smart, they really had nothing to do with that.
Right.
I mean, to some extent you can make yourself smarter by reading or whatever, but they're still kids, and so that's largely just genetics. But working hard on something, they are in control of that, and they seem to work hard at school. And my sense for it is that I don't think the younger generations will put as much emphasis on it kind of explicitly, but that it's still intrinsically a part of who they are.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed by younger people, honestly.
Good.
I think that I think maybe they are going to save their hard work. They're more likely to save their hard work for things that they really enjoy doing.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Whereas maybe older generations, they just felt like it was important to work hard no matter if you enjoyed the work.
In the coal mines.
In the coal mines, yeah. Whistle while you work.
Right. Yes. That's interesting. I like, talent is another term we throw around with smart a lot. But I think time and time again, you just hear and you see it. You see it in your own life. You see it in other people's lives. You hear people who have achieved high things say the same thing, where I didn't have a natural propensity for this or that skill. I just worked harder at it than anyone else. And so, yeah, I completely agree.
I really enjoy, kind of on a different branch of that, I really enjoy hearing stories like, like Michael Jordan famously was the hardest practicer. Like, even someone that's the best at something, they're still likely the one that's going to practice the hardest at it.
True. Yep. Absolutely.
To be that sort of single-minded in one's focus, to know that you could just skate by on your natural ability, but not wanting to do that, and to still have a good work ethic.
Yeah.
That's kind of a mental strength I don't know that I possess.
Yeah. I bet you do.
It's still untapped.
Yeah, I'm sure it's tapped with something that you have a reason for working hard to achieve. It's tapped with some sort of passionate, you know, interest or a passionate goal. Some people work hard for financial freedom, work really hard, or some people work hard for a skill that they love, like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or anyone else, you know, and who's at a high level in their field.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just, if it's untapped, maybe you just need to find something you like to do.
I do think I've worked hard at being a good dad.
Good. Well, that's arguably one of the most important things that
True.
that you can work hard at.
I think I've gotten to the place where, I mean, there's still a lot of work to do, obviously. I'm not just going to kick up my heels at this point.
You're done, boys. Get at it. Go get a job.
Dad is finished. However you are now, I'm done. I do feel like that there is some sense of like, I can feel not that I have an unblemished record, but I can feel some pride for like how that's gone down.
Good. That's huge.
Yeah.
It's really big. It's going to stay with them.
Yeah. Because I know how little my dad worked at it. To say the bar was low is to imply that it wasn't just laying on the ground.
Nice. Yeah, people, you know, maybe he was passionate about watching television. I don't know.
What is something that you've worked hard on that you're proud of?
There's a lot. For me, despite what was clearly seen to you and your audience, I actually do my homework, and
Of course.
college was huge for me. College was a very wonderful experience that expanded my mind. And
Where did you go to school?
Arizona State University.
Okay.
And
Sun Devils?
Sun Devils. And I studied anthropology, so cultural anthropology, archaeology, linguistics, biological anthropology, and folklore. I knew I wanted to tell stories. I was interested in folklore and the stories that humans tell ourselves, and why do we tell ourselves these stories. And so it's just like this fertile ground. I was burning the midnight oil, but really enjoying it, really enjoying engaging with the tasks that my professors were giving me.
Was there a lot in that area around the school that you could kind of, like former civilizations and that sort of thing?
Yeah, the Hohokam and civilizations that really mastered the art of routing water for irrigation, but vanished for strange reasons that we don't have to get into here. But yeah, a lot of civilizations around the Southwest, especially. Just that climate helps preserve pottery and artifacts and certain remains really, really well. So the Southwest is huge, and ASU is really known for the anthropology department.
Oh,
the guy who discovered Lucy skeleton.
Oh, wow.
Donald Johansson, he taught a class I was in. He's a very smart guy. One of the hardest classes I ever took.
That's cool.
Great. It was wonderfully fascinating because, as I said to your audience, I grew up in a biblical-oriented household. And so these explanations of where we come from and who we are were just completely foreign to me and very different. But you can see that bone.
Yeah.
And you can see those things and touch them with your hands.
And this is the guy that found that bone. And
yeah. So yeah, I was really proud of, I think, just how much I grew in college. It took a lot of work, grew intellectually. We shot a film when I moved to Austin with my brothers, and that was a huge undertaking. A film that two of my brothers, Josh and Stuart, and I wrote, and Stuart and I directed. And we had local actors, acting. It was so fun, and it's just such a nice feeling to be like, okay, yeah. It's pretty rough around the edges, but man, we made a film. We made a feature-length film. Good.
I would say that came across like this is being made by people who are having fun doing this.
That's great.
I love when I see that in a movie. You can tell it too.
Good. That's huge. Yeah, I completely agree. You can see okay, the set. I'm dying to know what the set was on that movie. What was the set like on this movie? Because you see it on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. Thank you for that.
So you're proud of doing that with your brothers and
Proud of doing that. Hey, guy. And I wrote a novel recently, and I was proud of that too. I've never done that before.
yeah.
And people seem to like it. People who are unrelated to me and not my friends, random people, seem to like it. So that's huge.
And I'm unrelated to you and not your friend
And
either.
not your friend,
and
you
I
liked
enjoyed it.
Yes.
The Blackbeard.
The Blackbeard. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was a very difficult book to write. It took several years because, well, for various reasons, because I have a day job and I have to write.
Writing a book is hard.
Writing a book is hard. Historically, people spoke different. You have to learn about ship and sailing nomenclature and concepts, which was way more complicated than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was really proud of having finished that. It feels good to finish something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's fair to say that your work ethic has served you well. Like,
it's funny. They can't see it, but the cat is going after this coaster. Well, good. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I hope so.
yeah.
I'm not a millionaire from that book yet.
Yet. Well, you'll get.
Mrs. Bauermeister, go buy the Blackbeard.
Could you please order 100,000 copies of this
Yes,
book?
please go do it.
Daniel, thank you very much for being here at CYQ headquarters.
Nice. I wish I could say it was a pleasure.
I have really tolerated you being here.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Can you, on the videos, I've labeled this segment our benediction.
Nice.
So can you offer something to serve as our benediction?
I would say never stop, never stopping. No, I'm kidding.
I think we've got it.
We got it.
Yeah.
And cut. I would say never stop learning. Just keep learning. It's easy to fall into this place where we are a little complacent in our lives. It's so easy to be complacent now with basically a screen in your hands 24/7. But I would say put it down, pick up a book, go somewhere, meet someone, learn something, go to a zoo, go to a museum. Just never stop learning. It's very enriching. Travel is its own sort of education. Travel different places. The more people you meet, the more experiences you have, the more you'll see that you have a choice in your life about how to live it, about the thoughts you choose to have, and the perspectives you choose to adopt. And there's just an infinite ways a human can choose to live his or her life. So I would say just keep learning, keep on learning, and you'll be rewarded for that. That's a little more serious than I thought I was gonna get.
It got like you were touching some stuff inside me there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's great advice.
Well, I'm no expert. I'm no philosopher, but I think that's advice that served me well.
I was gonna make a joke.
Do a joke.
I was just gonna be disappointed that you weren't an expert or a philosopher.
Yes.
It's like, well, then why did I bring you here?
Well, this episode is ruined. I thought you were something else.
What the heck?
You had this Glenn Close like facade that you put on as an expert.
I'm just gonna go sit in front of my makeup mirror and wipe away all my makeup now.
Just don't touch my makeup.